Roger traded a massive yacht for a small boat, leaving everyone stunned. He insisted the big ship was impractical, but Francine disagreed. She declared she would enjoy her vacation on the luxury yacht, and refused to leave. Roger told them to make the best of the small boat. They drifted at sea for a month, yet still hadn't reached their destination. Exhausted and starving, Stan finally snapped. He pulled out his phone and called the CIA. A rescue helicopter arrived, but Roger refused to board. Their mission wasn't complete. He couldn't go back. The pilot warned them they couldn't stay long. Stan gave Roger one last chance, but Roger stood firm. In the end, everyone but Roger flew home. When they arrived, Stan found his key wouldn't unlock the door. Dick and Klaus, upstairs, refused to let them in. Klaus announced the house now belonged to them. They had legal ownership. Francine and Stan couldn't believe it.
You got me fired!
Oh, yeah.
Stan decided to break in,
They're here for you!
but the police immediately arrested him. The officers explained the law was clear. If Stan entered illegally, Dick could shoot him and face no consequences.
Fair enough!
The man behind Francine was playing music out loud. Francine found him annoying and asked him to stop. However, the man continued being loud. Francine threw Stan's drink at him. The man thought Stan had thrown it.
Okay, sure, that was my black cherry Zevia.
As a result, Stan got beaten up. When Stan woke up in the hospital, the doctor told him his jaw was completely shattered. Stan could now only consume liquids. After returning home, Francine blended lasagna into a mush for Stan to drink. But after days of only having liquid meals, Stan finally reached his limit. He went to a sub-sandwich shop, staring longingly at other people's food. Then, he ripped down the store sign, pointed at it firmly, and made it clear he wanted one. The server didn't want to serve him, but Stan was insistent. Reluctantly, the server gave him a sub. Determined to eat it, Stan struggled with all his might. He strained to open his mouth, his medical braces slowly breaking apart. Finally, the device gave way, and Stan took a triumphant bite. Everyone cheered for him, but his jaw wasn't healed yet. The pain instantly knocked him unconscious. Back at the hospital, the doctor was furious. Stan had destroyed expensive medical equipment. Francine argued back, claiming Stan was a sub-eating genius, and even threw in a few insults at the doctor. Enraged, the doctor glared at Stan. Stan quickly denied it was his fault, but the doctor didn't care. He started beating Stan up anyway.
You call those punches? If you're gonna give him a massage, I'm gonna go to the cafeteria.
Hayley traveled to another multiverse where Steve appeared to have become the ruler, and Klaus was no longer a fish. In the car, this universe's Hayley was excited because she was going to see her idol. Lewis suddenly appeared, explaining that the celebrity was someone who existed in every universe. This universe's Hayley mentioned that she and Steve never missed a single show. Hayley questioned why she would bring Steve along, and this universe's Hayley admitted she didn't want to, but Steve was her tumor.
Tumor.
In another universe where Steve had died, Francine mourned him in her own way. A blue-suited Hayley stopped Francine, warning that if she continued, they'd lose Steve entirely. Suddenly, another Hayley from a different universe arrived. The blue-suited Hayley missed Steve deeply. They had been close. The other Hayley, however, said she and Steve didn't get along. The blue-suited Hayley snapped that she didn't deserve Steve and demanded that Hayley hand him over. Hayley refused, but as she left the universe, the blue-suited Hayley followed. They began jumping through various multiverses, fighting each other relentlessly. Eventually, they arrived in the universe where Steve had traveled. In this world, a young Hayley was overjoyed Steve was alive again. Hayley burst in, urging Steve to return with her. Steve had to make a choice, and everyone wanted him to pick them. The original Hayley admitted she wasn't the best option but respected whatever Steve decided.
That's all I've been searching for!
Besides, these other Haleys are kinda dorks, am I right?
Suddenly, Jeff appeared, ordering them all to return to their own universes. Back in their reality, everything was collapsing. Steve and the others discovered that a concert disaster had occurred. Hayley remembered Lewis's words: the celebrity was essential to every universe, so they had to rescue him. It turned out Lewis had kidnapped the star, accusing him of seducing his wife. The celebrity denied it, but Lewis resorted to violence to force a confession.
Wasn't me!
Steve and the group accidentally exposed themselves. Hayley stepped in, mediating the conflict. She urged them to think about the future they could have together. Lewis finally agreed. As long as the two Lewises were united, they needed nothing else.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
The two quickly freed the celebrity, resolving the misunderstanding. The sisters embraced tightly in reconciliation.
I'm never playing this down again.
At last, the multiverse is at ease.